Our new puppy is going to be home in 9 days and I am so excited. So this is part one of the things that we purchased to prepare our life at home for our new puppy. So starting with a harness, this was one of the first purchases that we made because our puppy's going to be 8 weeks old. He's only going to have a small neck. So we need to make sure that we're not too rough with his neck. So we want to be, not even that we don't want to be rough with it, we just want to be very careful with it. So this harness is going to be what he's going to use for our walks for the first few months. Of course, the broad stroke rule of thumb is that you should only walk a puppy for 5 minutes for every month of life that they've had. So when we get our puppy, the maximum we'll be able to take him out for walks is about 10 minutes. We'll probably do less until he kind of gets up to speed with the house and where we are. But this harness is going to come in handy. The next thing I bought was a leash. So I bought this leash from Amazon. I think it's by a brand called Gorilla. I love that it has this little poo bag on it. Back in the day when I had a dog in like the early 2000s, which was a long time ago, these, as far as I know, were not a thing. So I love that nowadays we have this. It's very helpful. But what I really love about this leash in particular is the handle. The handle's nice and thick because I remember when I used to walk my dogs, if ever they would run, it would just completely cut off my circulation, whereas this is very flexible and soft. What I will add is that we are absolutely intending to train our dog to walk well on a leash. I have a whole training regime planned, which I'm happy to talk about if anyone's interested in that. But just to be safe, I really liked this lead. We also have another leash for training, but again, when I talk about things we bought for training, I will talk about why we have a separate leash for that. The third thing we bought is this, which is a sling for the dog. I'm a little bit on the fence about this, but I'll put it like this and the dog can go in here. This is because obviously when you get a new puppy, until they're fully vaccinated, you're not really meant to, well, not that you're not really meant to put them on the ground. You're not meant to put them on the ground because they could get quite sick. It can be quite dangerous for unvaccinated puppies to be on the ground. At the same time, I want to be able to socialize our puppy. So I have plans to take him to out on my walks with me and to take him to coffee shops and to take him to different places, obviously at the right pace and at his comfort level. But this is going to help me do that because what I don't want to have happen is get a puppy, keep him inside to keep him safe until he's 16 weeks old and vaccinated, and then end up in a position where I have a dog who's barking at everything, nervous with new things. I want to make sure he's as socialized as possible. I know that that window between 8 weeks and 16 weeks is so important. So I even have like an overview of things that I want to do during that time. Again, if you want to hear me talk about that, I'm happy to make a video. I don't know if this is going to be helpful for anyone, but as a new dog owner, I'm loving connecting with other dog owners. So hopefully someone will find this interesting. So anyway, that's the sling. TBC how it's going to work out. I like that it's at the front of my body and that I can kind of like comfort him if anything happens, give him treats when he's kind of maybe seeing something new and reacting how I want him to react and how I want to condition him to continue to react. But I think this might be one of those things that seem great in principle, but maybe don't work in practice. Watch this space, who knows? Now, the fourth and final thing that I bought to help socialize my dog and to help me take him out into the world safely is this water bottle. Now, again, this did not exist back in my day when I had a dog when I was much younger, but let me show you how it works. So you put the water in here, you open it up like this, and then when you want to give the dog water, there's like a little lock or unlock here that you shift and it can put the water in here. Your dog can drink the water and then you lock it back up and close it and you still have water left. I really like this because I used to have to bring like a bottle of water with me and a bowl. This is just much more portable. So I'm looking forward to trying this out and seeing how it works. So those are the main things that I purchased to help socialize my dog when we eventually get him in 9 days, which, as I said, I'm so excited about. As I said, I also have like a socialization plan. So I have an idea of the things that I want to expose him to. And obviously there will be an element of me feeling out how he's feeling about it. And if he's comfortable to kind of take things a little bit further with other things that I want to introduce him to. But again, I know how important that 8 to 16 week window is. And I want to make sure that we expose him healthily to as many experiences as possible. So we end up with a really well-rounded, comfortable, confident dog. Now I'm going to make a part 2 and 3 to this. Part 2 will probably be about the things I bought to help train him. I love dog training. It's one of my joys of my life. So I'm really looking forward to having a dog of my own to help train. I'll talk you through what I bought to help me on that particular journey. And then the third section or the third part of this series I'm going to do is going to be around things I purchased to help him feel at home. We have a 5-hour trip with the new puppy before he gets home. So it's quite long. I just want to make sure he's as at ease on the journey and at home as possible when he gets here. So I'll talk you through what I bought to help me with that. But I hope this helped. Please drop me a comment if you're also getting a puppy or if you have a dog and any tips for me. I'm just so excited. And the 19th of February can't come soon enough.